Alright everyone, welcome to a brand new Two Stupid Gamers video. This is another unboxing, remote unboxing.
I'm Zero.
I'm Niners. Today we had an unboxing because I've been thinking about doing this for a while. I wanted to get something. Back when we went to PAX East, we got 3 months free of iRacing. It's a simulation racing game, and then I just kind of thought about it. I'm like, you know, why not? I saw that some of them were going out of stock, and suddenly I got like really frantic about, hey, I wanted to get one of these things. So I went out and got myself a racing wheel for the PS4/PC. So it is the Thrustmaster T150. You guys can't see me. You guys can't see Hans.
In all honesty, it only helps me because now I can see it on my side a little bit better. A nice, I mean, it looks really well made. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, and because it comes in a huge box, it looks like an into this wheel to give you that real feeling of driving.
This may be one of the biggest boxes that we've had on an unboxing to date. But yeah. It's the Thrustmaster T150, as I said. It is a 11-inch racing wheel with 900 degrees of rotation and force feedback and all this kind of stuff. This is actually the entry level, so it's actually cheap for a racing wheel. This isn't one of the best ones, but you know, I mean, I'm not really looking to go all out and go crazy. I just wanted to kind of try this out, maybe step up my game with you know, some like racing games and stuff like that, because besides iRacing, there's a bunch of other stuff we could do with this too. This works with PlayStation 4, PlayStation 3, and it's also compatible with PC as well. So I mean, I know a bunch of, I'm sure you do too, but I know a bunch of PC games and PS3 racing games and PS4 racing games.
This race wheel would be amazing for games like Gran Turismo on both PS3 and PC.
That's true. Yeah, we could play the PS3 Gran Turismos. We could play the PS4 Gran Turismo GT Sport. We could also probably get away with playing the PS1 ones as well if you just put them on a PS3, right? It would probably be
very likely, yeah.
It could be compatible potentially. We'll see. Anyway, I want to get into this already so we could see Zero again and myself, because this is an unprecedented amount of size. So let's open this guy up. Let's
box.
Yeah.
It looks like they took a whole plan where they do like a box within a box and these interlocking cardboard things.
I guess. I mean, we'll have to see. You know what? I'm gonna get up. We're not in the shot anyway, so I'm just gonna get up. Whatever. So we got the box over here. We got that. Let's, no, they didn't do the box within a box thing. They kind of divided it in like a section. Let me see if I can't show everybody. They divided it in like a section. And then this over here just has more stuff, but it's basically just one box with a divider. It's okay. It's not, I would rate it pretty low on a box scale. No, I'm kidding. That's silly. Already turning. Hold on. Here's what I'm gonna do. Since there's so little room in the table, I'm gonna take all this stuff out right now, put it on my couch. I'll set this guy off to the side. Alright, so, first and foremost, obviously, man, this thing is heavy. Holy shit, this thing is heavy. Is the wheel itself, which comes nice and bagged for us. This thing has its own AV adapter, has its own USB. And I gotta take this thing off its bag. Yeah, man. Racing wheels, like, when I got to try out iRacing at PAX, it just felt real. Like, it felt really nice. You push the pedals down, you got the wheel. It was a cool feeling. I wanted to have that, but like, you know, the at-home version as well. Here we are. Man, this thing has like little vents on the side. Holy crap.
Apparently it needs to cool itself down. It must have a lot of technology in there.
Yeah, clearly. Holy shit. So this is the wheel. This is, looks like we're not going to be needing those. It's got the really nice PlayStation logo on the front, as you can see. One of the reasons I went for this one specifically, there was another model about in the same price range. It had better pedals, but this one, the buttons, you just push them. So kind of like you have on a, game controller pretty much, right? The other one had like really shitty buttons to push from what I understand, and I looked at it and it kind of did look like that. They incorporated sort of like the shoulder buttons and stuff. But no, this thing is solid. All the buttons press pretty good. You don't want to have it be more complicated while you're driving with the wheel, to push buttons. So we got more buttons here. We got mode. We got a switcher from PS4 to PS3.
I mean, in all honesty, the buttons are just there for you to navigate the menus, really. The real meat and potatoes of these racing wheels is basically how it feels when you turn it. So why don't you tell us, Dennis, how does it feel when you use like the shift stick, if it has one or anything like that?
Well, unless that's just it. This one, a lot of these lower models don't actually come with shift sticks. So I was saying the buttons are important because if you're playing with the wheel, if you're using it and you need to shift, you're gonna have to hit one of those buttons in order to shift. You're gonna have to press circle or X or something like that. So I wanted it to have decent buttons, and that's what this one comes with. In terms of shifter, that has to be added on later, which I'll eventually get, I guess, at some point. But for now, the whole point was really to just have this wheel. It is smaller than a car wheel. I can tell you that right now. It looks like it's a couple of inches shorter in diameter, maybe about 2 or 3 inches shorter. But yeah, I mean, overall, it looks pretty good. I don't know if I should be moving it when it's not on, just not to fuck it up or something. But God, this thing is so big. It's a big machine, and it's a lot heavier than I thought it'd be.
So one more time, what are those connectors it has again? It has a power cable and what else to it?
So it has its own power cable, believe it or not, and it also has just the USB, simple USB. It looks like it's a regular. It's not a 3.0. And yeah, so you simultaneously have to plug it in to give it power, and also plug it into the USB into the computer and stuff like that. Let me show off some of the stuff here. So on the sides, you get these little I don't know what they're called, but you kind of like paddles, right? You push them in. I think this is actually what's used for shifting. Now that I think about it, I think they're called paddle shifters.
That would make a little bit more sense.
So when you're driving, you do this, and then there's one on the other side as well. And yeah, I mean, that just acts as a usable button. You have R2, L2, the face buttons. You have SE, which is the share button, ST, which is the options button. A little D-pad. D-pad's okay, it's not bad. It's like a click D-pad, but I mean, it's fine. The PS button. On the lower side, you have, you can barely see this, you have L3, R3. You do have a mode button and then a little switcher between PS2 and PS3. And as I said before, check it out, this thing actually has vents. Looks like a little motor by itself, or something. I mean, like anything. It's got these like little vents. Bottom side. Oh, so you have to screw this thing in to a little clamp, and then you just attach it to your table. I didn't realize it was going to be this heavy, and I was anticipating this with the racing wheel before I bought it. But basically, my desk where I have my computer is not going to be good for this, because if I also have my webcam on it, I also have my monitor on it. So if I put it onto that, and while I'm using this race wheel, everything's going to be shaking. My webcam's going to shake, my monitors are going to shake. That doesn't make sense. So I'm actually going to set it up differently so that I only need to use one monitor. I'll play on my TV, and I'll have a second table to the side where I attach this to, so it's going to be separate. I got this this firm wooden table that we're actually doing this unboxing on, so I'll just put that over there, because this thing is going to be shaking and going crazy when you're actually moving it. Just like think about it like that,
Don't cut yourself down, Annis.
So this is gonna be like a 2-point clamp system, I would imagine. So yeah, you got this guy movable. This one's movable as well. Shit, these like little. They're not suction cups, but they are padded. So that's where you would apply it to the underside of the table. That has to go in this way. So you got this. So this goes into this kind of like groove over here. Yeah. So you would just put it onto your table, and the table would go in that opening part on the reverse side of the wheel. So you would just clamp it down like that. Oh, you got that really big bolt on it as well. Okay, we're gonna put this over here because she's heavy. And I've never seen anything that looks like this before. It's very loose and stuff like that, but of course, what race wheel would be complete if you didn't have any pedals? So this one has pedals, and it looks like it doesn't have an AV cable, so it's just the one. You can actually kind of see it on the back. You just plug it in with an Ethernet, like an Ethernet type cable. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, you got the nice place for your feet. You got the pedals. These pedals are adjustable. So then this would be gas. This would be brakes. The brakes have a good level of resistance to them, as they should. Got anything to say there, Hans?
I mean, all I'm going to say is that I'm quite jealous because when I was a kid on the PS1, my father went and got my brother and I one of those steering wheels from back then, and seeing yours and then comparing it to the one I used to have, I don't have it anymore. It's like, wow, that is one hell of an upgrade, because I too also got some pedals that came with it, but it was already like forcefully attached to it. It didn't come with a clamp that would get onto a table, and it didn't have any of those extras that you have, like those flaps that you have. Yeah. And the pedals didn't look like they were adjustable to mine. They looked like two exactly similar, just like two rectangular pedals, and they were very loose, and there was no resistance either to the wheel either. So I would play Crash Team Racing with that wheel and swerve side to side because it didn't feel like a real racing wheel or anything.
Yeah, no. I mean, again, and the thing is, this isn't even like, it's really amazing what they've done with where this technology has gone, because they've done so much. This is probably not going to compare to my experience at PAX, but because they have bigger wheels, they have specific seats that do all so much crazy stuff. There's also three pedal pedals as well, so there's 3 of them instead of just 2, which would be your gas, your brake, your clutch. And but I'm glad that they have an entry-level option like this that's pretty affordable for the most part, and could give you like that simulated arcade experience, simulated racing experience, excuse me. So from what I read online, I don't see where the option is. I think you have to screw them in. But from what I read online is that, yeah, these pedals are actually adjustable, so you should be able to change the angle of them, which is going to be better. And one of the important things you want to look for with a racing wheel set for the pedals is so that it has something on the bottom to stabilize it when it's on the floor, because you don't want to hit your pedal and then it moves, it like slides from out under you. Obviously, people with the big rigs, what they do is they have it like set up to, it's bolted down to something or like attached to something. But these this is something for like people that are looking for an entry-level experience. They have these nice pads that should do the trick. If anything, I think putting this on a carpet or a little mat rug or something like that would be totally fine. But yeah, man, racing experience, dude, I'm so psyched. I'm so psyched to play this.
Dude, are you kidding me? I'm excited myself, because the next time I'm able to go to your place, the first thing I want to do is pop in GT Sport and just try it. Just really go for that thing, because I myself, I don't have a car, and I would love to be able to just race down famous areas that you're able to visit in places like GT Sport. And then, of course, iRacing, which is the god tier of racing simulation.
Yeah.
Like, that's just something that we're going to be able to now try ourselves as well on this channel.
Yeah, absolutely. iRacing is like, it's like taking legit racing, and it's actually they do competitions. People like win a bunch of money, of course, because they're really good and they know what they're doing. But you do get a simulated, realistic racing experience without having to leave your house. I think one of the coolest things about something like this is that you don't have to leave your house, and you can get the experience of just driving, racing, or even just like kind of cruising. And then, of course, as I said before, there's plenty of games you could play on it outside of like simulators, like Gran Turismo, Outrun. I got Drive Club. I was even thinking about they have these Japanese arcade machine Initial D games. You do have to import them or figure out like a way to get it, but those would be really cool with this. It's almost like having any version of your favorite arcade racer in your house, as long as you could get the game and you could make this is compatible with whatever you're playing it on. You could basically play all of that stuff at home, and that's awesome.
Totally. As a big racing fan myself, again, I'm just way too antsy. I want to get my hands on that wheel. I want to get behind the car. I want to drive a Ferrari at 100 miles an hour down the streets of Tokyo. Let me.
Yeah, and then you gotta bring over GT Sport. That's gonna be a lot of fun because I actually don't have that game. But yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to it. I will try to keep you guys up to date on how my experience is with this. Maybe we'll talk about it on like an upcoming video or just in episodes in general or something like that. But guys, that's basically this unboxing. There's, aside from the manual, there's really nothing else. So thank you so much for watching. Do you guys like racing games? What are your favorite racing games? Let us know in the comments below.
Thanks for joining us, everyone. If you like this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And stay tuned for more awesome content.
Bye, guys.